All right, Happy New Year. Everybody go ahead and come to your comfortable seat. So I don't know if you've taken time off. I haven't, but I missed you all anyway. So we'll start back slowly. So sit in your tall seat, draw your belly in, let your shoulders come up over your hips. Close your eyes or let them gaze softly at something in front of you. Let your palms drop down. I am going to restart my playlist. And go ahead and take a long, slow, deep breath in. And then exhale everything out. Take another long, slow, deep inhale. And then exhale everything out. One more big, long inhale. And exhale it all out. Bring your hands behind you and slide your feet onto the floor. And go ahead and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then from this position, we're going to slowly come all the way down onto our backs. And we're going to draw our knees into our chest. And then hold onto our knees and gently rock side to side. And then let your hands holding onto your kneecaps push your knees away from you. And you might feel your pelvis tilt a little bit. So you're stretching your arms. And then make some circles with your hips. So you're drawing your knees in and out and down. In and out and down. And then switch the direction of the circles. There we go. And now bring both feet down to the mat. Bring them to the outer edge of the mat so that your knees can come and touch in the middle. Bring one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. And take another centering breath. Bring your feet back underneath your knees, reach your arms, your right arm up overhead, and then gently roll onto your right side and then make your way into your tabletop position. Coming onto your hands and knees. Make sure that your knees are under your hips, your hands are under your shoulders, spread your fingers, drop your belly, big inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, round. One more big inhale forward. And exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Stretch your right foot behind you. Rock back and forth over your right toes. And now, if you want, try and turn your left fingers towards your left knee. So you can stretch out your forearm as you continue to rock back and forth. Nice. And then turn both fingers back to the front. Extend your left arm out on the mat. Lift your right leg, left arm. Balance here if that's available. Drop your right hip. And then feel your toes pull back behind you. Press into the right hand, into the fingertips and the knuckles. And then think about rotating your elbow armpit, the inside of your elbow eyeball forward, making sure your shoulder's over your wrist. Can you bring your left bicep by your left ear so you're gazing straight down? Press into your left shin for balance. Take one more breath here, and on your exhale, draw your knee and elbow to meet underneath the center of your torso. And then inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend. Hold here. Let your right toes come down to the mat. Bring your left hand down. Lift your left shin and rotate it about 45 degrees to the back of your mat. Peel your right arm up to the ceiling so you're facing the door, the hallway door. Bring your right hand towards me so you get a big side stretch from the outer edge of your right foot all the way to your right fingertips. Reach your right hand back up to the ceiling. Big stretch towards me. This time, continue your fingers all the way to the floor, making a big circle with your arm, and then back up to the ceiling. One more time, big stretch towards me, down to the floor, back up to the ceiling. Holding your hands up to the ceiling, one hand, flex your right foot and see if you can lift it a little bit off the ground. Noticing where your balance is. If you're balanced and you think you can, reach your right arm towards me. Amazing. Now lower your right leg, bring your right hand back up to the air. Now we're going to use our strength to bring our torso sitting or standing straight up on our knee, facing the doorway. Nice. Arms out to the side. Breathe here and turn your left palm up. Exhale back like a peaceful warrior. Very modified. Away from me. There you go, Orly. Nice. So now we're stretching through our left side. One more breath here. And now we're going to cartwheel our hands all the way back down to the floor, bringing our right knee underneath so we're back in our tabletop. And then drop your belly for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Come back to neutral. Reach your left leg back, rock back and forth over your toes. Nice. Stretching out the back of your left calf. And then if you want, turn your right fingertips towards your right knee to stretch out your right hand. This one might be a little more sensitive if you're right-handed than the other one was. Good. And now reach the right arm out along the floor. Lift your left leg up. Lift your right arm up. Find your balance. Drop your left hip. Lift your belly button up to your spine. Shift your weight ever so slightly so your left shoulder is over your left wrist. And then grip the mat with your left fingertips and your left knuckle. Keep that right arm reaching forward, thinking about getting your right ear by your right bicep. Release the tension in your jaw. Take another inhale, and on your exhale, draw your knee and elbow to meet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend. Nice. Lower your right hand down. Lower your left toes. Lift your right shin up and rotate towards the window. Peel your left arm up to the ceiling. I'm just going to turn around so I can see you all. Reach your left arm towards me, bringing your bicep by your ear. Feel that big stretch. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Nice. And now bring that left arm back up to the ceiling. Reach your left arm towards me and then all the way down to the floor, making a big circle. Bringing your left arm back up to the ceiling. One more time. Reach towards me, nice and slow, down to the floor, and then back up to the ceiling. Pressing down into your right shin, use your strength to lift your body up so you can look out the windows. Arms in a T, parallel to the floor. Nice. Come on up. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Other way, there you go. Big side stretch. One more breath. And now cartwheel all the way down, coming back into your tabletop. Bump your hips right, bump your hips left. Maybe you want to take a little figure 8 or a little side to side, wiggling it out. Curl your toes under, sit your hips back, coming into a tuck-toed child's pose. So go ahead and bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Feel the stretch in your toes. Maybe you even press the mat away from you a little bit so you feel like you can have that traction in your spine and the stretch in the bottom of your feet. If it feels good, roll your forehead on the mat, releasing tension. And now press into your hands as you start to lift your body up and coming all the way up into your downward facing dog. Let your heels get heavy, reach your hips up, arms are long. Take another big, long, slow breath here. Reach your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Turn your right toes so they're pointing straight forward. And then walk your hands forward. They might come off your yoga mat. Let your weight shift into your hips. And now can you bend your arms and tap your elbows down onto the mat? And then lift back up. Bend your elbows, tap them down. And then lift back up one more time. And lift back up. Walk your hands back to the inside of your right foot. Turn your right toes off the mat. Now bring your right hand to the inside of your right thigh and gently turn your torso looking over your right shoulder. Breathe here. Let your hips get heavy, letting them sink forward just a tiny little bit so you feel a little bit of a stretch on the inside of your right thigh. And now bring both hands back down to the mat. Step back into your downward facing dog. Pedal your down dog out if that feels good. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down. Turn your left toes so they're facing the front of your mat. Hug your left knee into your left shoulder and then walk your hands forward. Drop your elbows down. They may not come all the way down. And then straighten your arms. On one side, they came down. On the other, they do not. That is totally normal. One more time. And then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Turn your left toes off your yoga mat. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left thigh. Turn your torso, look over your left shoulder. Breathe here. Bring your left hand back down to the mat. Step back into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out or find stillness, either one. Float your right leg up behind you. This time we're going to step our right foot in between our hands, coming into our low lunge. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out and up. Take a breath here. And on your exhale, shift your hips back as you come into your half split, flexing your right foot, toes up to the ceiling. Now, with your fingertips or palms on the floor, can you lengthen your spine so you're gazing out off the edge of your mat? And now drag your right heel into the mat like you're pulling it towards yourself. So you should feel a slight activation through the whole back of your right leg. One more breath here, and then walk back forward, curl your left toes, step back into downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you, step your left foot forward, lower your right knee down. Reach your arms out and up. Breathe here. So depending on how your body is feeling today, you might feel a big stretch through this portion of your body. That is normal. Press the shin down, gaze up. And then exhale your fingers down, shift your weight back. Reach your left toes up to the ceiling. Lengthen your spine. Gaze out past the edge of your mat. Think about pulling your left heel towards you. Press your right shin into the mat. One more breath. And now walk your hands forward, curl your toes, step back into downward facing dog. Put your right leg up behind you, step your right foot forward, lower your left knee down. Reach your arms out and up. Make sure you're pressing down with your entire right foot as you open, twisting towards your right leg, towards the door, hallway. Nice. Now take your right hand, bring it to touch your left hand in front of you, and then peel it back open to the back. We'll do that a couple more times. So close the door and then peel it open. You really need to hold your hips and your waist. One more time, close the door and then peel it open, hold here. Bring your left hand down, cartwheel your right hand down, step back to downward facing dog. One more breath. Put your left leg up behind you, step your left foot forward, lower your right knee down, reach your arms up. On your exhale, twist and open towards the windows. Close the door, bringing your hands in front of you, and then peel open towards the windows. So you need to think about activating your hips. Close the door, peel open. Your inner thighs are spinning towards each other. You're driving down through your front foot. Close the door and then peel open and hold. So there's a lot of strength in your lower body, even though we're so low to the floor. One more breath here. Cartwheel your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Bring your left foot to the outside of your left hand and come into a squat. I know I snuck that in there. From this squat position, you're going to stand all the way up, reach your arms up to the sky. And then we're going to slowly sink right back down again. And then press back up, driving down through your heels, stretch out. One more time, all the way down. Wherever your all the way is, and then press all the way back up. Taking up space, and then bring your hands and feet together, coming to the top of your mat. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. Nice. Roll your shoulders forward 3 times. All right, shift your weight up onto your toes. Know what that feels like. Shift your weight back onto your heels. and then plant your whole foot on the floor. So you may feel very comfortable with both feet together. You may feel better with your feet hip distance apart. Either way, perfectly fine, but make sure your feet are facing the same direction. So you don't want to be like that or that. All right. Inhale your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, release that steeple pointer finger. See if you can bring your biceps back by your ears, but don't stick your tailbone out. Suck it in, draw it down, and then inhale. And on your exhale, bend over to the left. Now bring your left shoulder forward just a little bit. Press into your right foot. Pull your right arm with your left hand. And come all the way back up to center. Release your grip, let your arms float down. No slingshots. Shake your fingers out. Inhale your arms out and up. Interlace your fingers, other thumb on top. Release your pointer fingers to make that steeple grip. Now see if you can connect the bottoms of your hands. See if you can squeeze in with your pinky and your ring finger. As you lengthen up, think about lengthening your tailbone. That might even cause you to lift your thighs up off your knees. Breathe in, and on your exhale, bend over to the right, towards the hallway. Bring your right shoulder, armpit a little bit forward. Nice corrections, everyone. Press into your left foot. Nice, Emma. Bump that left hip out a little bit more. Use your right arm to pull the left arm. And then come all the way back up. Release the grip nice and slow. Bringing your hands all the way down. All right, let's do some sun salutations. Coming to the top of the mat, let your palms face forward. Stand up tall. Say something nice to yourself. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, slide your right leg back, low lunge. Step your left leg back to meet it in plank. Lower all the way down to your stomach. Untuck your toes. Lift up, baby cobra. Exhale down. Press into tabletop. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog. Float your right leg up. Step your right leg forward. Gaze forward. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach out, around, and up. Fingertips touch. And then exhale, dive right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Plant your hands, slide your left leg back, low lunge, gaze forward. Slide your right leg back to plank. Lower all the way down to your stomach. Untuck your toes. Lift up, baby cobra, elbows reaching back towards your hips. Lower down. Press up through tabletop. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms out and around all the way up. And then exhale your fingertips by your side. Take a breath. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back, low lunge. Step your left leg back to plank. Hold here. Legs are straight back behind you, shoulders are over your wrists. Lift your belly button up to your spine. And now drop your knees down exactly where they are. Your body should be at an angle. Nice, everyone. Hug your elbows into your side and lower chest and chin to the floor. Untuck your toes, letting your hips sink down to the mat. And then lift your upper body, your chest, your neck, your head. Keeping your hands on the floor, pressing into your toenails. And then on your exhale, press into your tabletop. Curl your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Step your left foot to meet the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And then exhale, fold right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left leg back, low lunge. Plant your hands, step your right leg back, high plank. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists, your pointer fingers are pointing forward. You're pressing into your knuckles and your fingertips. Drop your knees right where they are. Hug your elbows into your side as you lower your chest and chin. Once they're on the ground, untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet into the mat as you lift your upper body up. Peeling up, gazing out in front of you. And then exhale, press into tabletop. Curl your toes. Come back into downward facing dog. So nice, everyone. I know moving slow sometimes is not fun, but it's good to feel how it all feels. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, fingertips touch overhead. And then exhale your arms down by your side. We'll go once more, maybe a little bit faster. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, step your left foot to meet it. Lower your knees or go halfway down for chaturanga. Lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, lift on up, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop or back into your plank, into downward facing dog. Breathe here. In your down dog, think about pressing the mat away from you, lengthening your spine, bringing your head between your arms. Put your right leg up behind you, step your right foot all the way forward. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, fold right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back, step your right leg back to plank. Lower your knees, chest, chin, or go halfway down chaturanga, baby cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale through tabletop into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way out and up. Exhale your hands down by your side. I don't think it's cold in here anymore. Just saying. All right, bring your feet hip distance apart. Reach your arms out and forward as you sit back into chair. Breathe here. From here, we're gonna fold forward, coming into our forward bend, forward fold. Take your first two fingers, wrap them around your big toe if that's available. Press your big toe and your other toes into the mat as you pull up. Lengthen your spine, and then exhale, soften your knees and fold forward. Release your toes, bend your knees, come all the way up to stand. With your arms overhead, this time can you sit back into your chair pose? Weight back in your heels. Draw your belly button in. You want to look like a little lightning bolt. And then exhale, fold forward. You can either do the yogi toe lock, or you can explore lifting your feet up and sliding your palms underneath your hands, bringing your toes to your wrist crease. This is not about straightening your legs. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Let your stomach, your torso rest on your thighs, and then let your head relax. This is a forward fold, but it's also a bind. The idea is that you're connecting your feet to your hands and your energy will move in this circular motion, not escaping. Take one more breath here. And then slowly release. Lift all the way back up, arms overhead, nice and slow. If you get a little dizzy, squeeze your butt. And then sit back into your chair pose. One more breath here. And then stand up, let your arms come down by your side. We're gonna come to the front of our mats. If you need a sip of water or shake out, do that right now. Adjust whatever needs to be adjusted. I got a massage over the Christmas break, and the massage guy told me that I had shoulders like a cyborg, and he didn't know what was wrong with them, but that I needed a lot more massages. I was like, okay. It's so like, yeah, I'm assuming that's what it meant. I'm like a cyborg. Okay. No, I think it meant that they were like, sorry, I do a lot of yoga and knitting. All right, top of the mat. Inhale our arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen our spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Vinyasa your way, so knees, chest, chin, or halfway down. Baby cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So press the mat away, feel your spine lengthen, like I'm coming around behind you and gently pulling you up from your hip crease. Put your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee and open your hip out to the left. So your left foot is dangling a little bit over to the right side. And then re-extend the left leg. Draw the left knee to your chest and hover here in this three-legged plank. Take one more breath here. Press the floor away from you as you make space to slide your left foot up between your hands. You're in your low lunge. Roll your shoulders back. Drop your right heel down. Open yourself up into warrior two, facing the hallway. Breathe here. Reach those fingertips away from you. Turn your left palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way back to side angle. Reaching your right arm overhead towards me. Come back to peaceful warrior. Now straighten your front leg. Breathe here. Lift your torso, arms in T. Take one more breath here. Reach towards me. Lower your left hand down, right arm up to the sky. Lift yourself back on up. Turn your toes to face the hallway. Bring your heels in, bend your elbows, sit down into your goddess pose. I love it when I do that. Zoom thinks I'm raising my hand. And then gently sway side to side if that feels good. All right, stand on up, spread your fingers. We're gonna turn both of our toes towards the front of our mat. So now you're gonna try and square your hips. You're gonna reach down in front of you. You're gonna bend your back knee, and then you're gonna shift your weight and bend your front knee. And then you're gonna shift your weight and bend your back knee, and then your front knee. So it's a little bit of a rocking motion. And then we're gonna end by straightening both legs, coming into a pyramid pose. So your hands can be on your shins or your waist, or if you can reach them down to the floor. And then see if you can drop your right hip down, pull your left hip back, squaring your hips a little bit more to the front of the mat. Take one more breath here. Now walk your hands a little bit forward, point your back toe, and experiment lifting your back leg up and down. So we'll lift it up, tap it down, lift it up, tap it down, lift it up, tap it down. Last time we lift it up, and when we tap it down, we're coming back into our low lunge. So our right leg way behind us. Plant your hands, step back to plank, go through your vinyasa, drop your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Lift up through tabletop using your core strength, and then end up in downward facing dog. Nice. Let your heels get heavy. Feel the backs of your legs stretch. Float your right leg up behind you, bend your right knee, open your hip. And now draw your right knee in towards your chest, hover here. Bring your shoulders so they're over your wrist, press into your palms and your fingertips, lift your leg closer to your chest. Step your right leg up between your hands, open your heart, roll your shoulders back. Drop your left heel down, cartwheel yourself up into your warrior two, facing the street. Take a breath here. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way through to side angle, reaching your left arm towards me. Flow back into peaceful. And now straighten your front leg, engage that energy. Breathe in. And on your exhale, reach your arms into T. Reach towards me, and then bring the right hand down, left arm up. Now notice if your torso is facing down to the ground, can you open it up? Drawing your left shoulder over your right shoulder, nice. Beautiful. Stand all the way back up, turn your toes to face the window, bring your heels in, bend your arms, come back down into your goddess pose. So it's up to you if you have a little hip thing going on. If you stay still or if you move around. But you want to think about lengthening your tailbone, keeping your knees in line with your big toe, bringing your shoulders up over your hips. Nice. And then see if you can sit down a little bit lower. Maybe you need to open your toes, open your heels. Beautiful. And then stand up, reach your arms up, giant star. Turn your toes to the front of the room. Take an inhale, exhale, fold forward. You're going to bend your back knee. You can lift the heel off the floor, and then you rock forward and you bend the front knee. Bend the back knee, bend the front knee. So I feel a little bit like a rocking horse when I do this, but it gets into some sections of the legs that maybe I don't normally stretch. All right, next time you come forward, straighten your front leg, bring your hands so they're under your shoulders, Point your left toe, lift your left leg up, tap it down. Lift your left leg up, tap it down. Lift it up, tap it down. Last time, lift it up, and then bend your right leg so when you come all the way down, you're back in that low lunge. Left leg back, right leg bent, plant your hands, slide your right leg back into plank, lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, lift your heart up, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Nice. Big, long, deep inhales, long exhale. Put your left leg up behind you. This time we're going to draw our left knee towards our right elbow. And then extend the left leg up behind you. Left knee to left elbow. And then extend the leg up behind you. Left knee towards your chest. And then slide it up between your hands. Open your heart, roll your shoulders back, square your hips, low lunge. Cartwheel yourself open, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, let your fingertips tap overhead. Exhale, melt back down. You all right, Gail? Lift on up. Exhale, melt back down. Last time, lift on up. Exhale, melt down. So in your warrior two, notice if you're pressing into the outer edge of your back foot. Turn your both palms up to the ceiling. Feel your heart open a little bit more. And then bring yourself into your peaceful warrior, bringing your right hand back. And maybe this time you bring your right hand around your back, coming into that half bind. Breathe here. Come back into warrior two, take a pause, and then come into side angle. So everybody's been doing this more than once. Maybe you take that left hand down to the floor, deepening your side angle. Maybe you take the right hand behind you, coming into a half bind. Now in that half, nice, everyone looks so good. Now if your arm is still on your thigh, I want you to think about pulling your forearm back and you're using your arm. Nice, Emma. Take one more breath here. Unwind the bind, arm up to the ceiling, come back to warrior two. Straighten your leg, turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. Reach towards me, come all the way down into triangle. Right arm up to the ceiling. Now, I know you're all feeling strong. Maybe you can float the left arm up. Nice. Core straight. Come all the way back up. Turn your toes to face the hallway. Bring your hands to your waist. Turn your hips up just a little bit. Open your heart to the ceiling. Soften your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands down to the floor. And come into a deep forward fold. So maybe you walk your fingertips back in line with your toes. Soft knees, heavy head, chin towards your chest. From here, we're going to walk towards our left foot, towards the front of our mat. Coming back into a low lunge. Lower the right knee down. Lift the left arm up. And maybe you reach the left arm back towards the back of your mat. Breathe here. Bring your left hand by your left foot. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa, lower your knees, chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra, downward facing dog. is where we'll all meet. Take a few breaths in your down dog. And then when you're ready, float your right leg up behind you. Right knee to left elbow. Right leg back up behind you. Right knee to right elbow. Right leg back up behind you. Right knee to chest. Slide the right foot forward, low lunge. Open your heart, roll your shoulders back. Drop your left heel down, cartwheel yourself open, warrior two. Breathe here. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Reach your arms away from you, turn your palms up, let your shoulders relax. And now drop your left arm down, reach up, peaceful warrior. Sit your right hip down just a little bit more. Take your left hand around for that half bind. Now notice when you did that, did your torso move forward? Shift it back ever so slightly. One more breath here, and then come back to warrior two. Bend your right arm, place it on your right thigh, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. So our options here, right hand down to the floor, pressing that right elbow against the right knee. Left arm either reaches overhead or explore the half bind, bringing it around behind your back. Make sure that you're opening your chest. Try not to grip with your toes, but press the energy down. One more breath here. And then come all the way back up, straighten your front leg. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. And then reach your right arm towards me, come all the way down into triangle. Once you're balanced in your triangle, see if you can float your right arm up by your right ear. Nice. Stand all the way up, turn your toes to face the street, bring your heels in. Take one more breath and then exhale, fold forward. Bring your left hand over to your right ankle. Peel your right arm up, coming into a folded twist. Unwind this. Walk your right hand to your left ankle. Peel your left arm up, folded twist. Bring your hands down, walk towards your front foot. Coming into your low lunge, lower your left knee down, reach your right arm up. Reach your right arm back behind you. If that feels good, if it's too crunchy, keep your arm up to the ceiling. And then cartwheel your hands down, step back to plank, lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop or chaturanga into downward facing dog. Breathe here in your down dog. Think about lifting your hips up and back behind you, getting long through your arms and your spine. Float your right leg up behind you, bend your knee, open your hip. From here, we're going to move into pigeon. So bring your right knee behind your right wrist, bringing that shin across your mat, and then slide your left leg back behind you. See if you can keep your torso upright for one breath. And then slowly exhale down, bringing your forearms to the mat, and then maybe stacking your palms and letting go of the tension in your head, your neck, your shoulders. Check with your body, is your back leg straight behind you? Bring the elbows out to the side. Let the jaw unclench. If this is too uncomfortable, roll onto your back and do a figure four. It will give you the same stretch without the same tension. Slowly start to come back up. We're going to roll onto our right hip, keeping our left leg straight, coming to face the windows. Slide that right foot so it touches the inside of your left thigh. Take your left hand, hold it on to the outside of your right knee, reach your right arm up, and then exhale over to the left towards the back of the room. Nice. Flex your left foot so that you can press your heel into the mat, making sure your leg is active. Move your right hip closer to the floor. Come all the way up, reach your arms out. We're going to close the door, bringing your right hand to meet your left. So now your nose, your belly, everything is reaching towards your left toe. Reach your hands past your foot. And then exhale forward, forehead to knee. Again, let your right hip get heavy. Slowly roll yourself back up. Placing your right hand at the top of your mat, bring your left hand to meet it and you're back in your tabletop position. Curl your toes, peel your hips up, downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee, open your hip. Bring your left knee to your left wrist, coming into pigeon on the other side. Lower and reach your right leg back behind you. Pause here for one breath. And then slowly come down to your forearms, all the way down as far as is comfortable for you. Maybe stacking your hands. Let go of the weight of your head. Let your shoulders relax away from your body. Drop your hips. Release the tension in your jaw. Make sure your right leg is straight back behind you. And now slowly lift yourself up. Roll onto your left hip, keeping your right leg straight, facing the doorway. Bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Flex your right toes. Take your right hand, place it on the outside of your left knee. Reach your left arm up and over as you bend towards the back of the room, towards your right foot. Think about slightly turning your torso. And lift yourself up, reach your arms out to a T. Close the left hand towards the right arm, facing your toes. Reach past your foot, exhale, fold forward. Forehead to knee. And slowly roll up. Swing your feet around to the front of your mat so they're facing towards me. Draw the soles of your feet to the floor. Hold on to the backs of your thighs or reach your arms out and slowly roll down to a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the back of your head and your arms rest on the ground. Bring your feet in. Drop both knees over to the right. Lift your right ankle. Place it on top of your left thigh if that's available. Stretch your arms out into a T and then gaze at your left fingertips. Should feel a big stretch through your waist, through your hips. If your right foot is on top of your left thigh, unhook it. Slowly bring your knees up towards the ceiling and then drop them over to the left. Lift your left foot up, place it on top of your right thigh. Extend your arms out into a T, maybe spread your fingers apart, curl them in, spread them apart, curl them in, gaze over at your right fingertips. And then release the left foot off the right one. Bring your knees back up to center, maybe do a little windshield wiper. Hug your knees into your armpits. If you'd like to take a happy baby, go ahead and reach for the outer edge of your feet. Maybe a wide straddle is more your liking. And then when you're ready, squeeze everything into a tiny little ball. And then exhale it all out into your Shavasana position. Legs extended, arms relaxing on the ground. Take a big inhale, drawing all the energy into the center of your body, and then slowly exhale it out. I'm going to come around for a Shavasana adjustment. I forgot my lavender oil. I'm so sorry. If you would prefer that I do not come around and adjust you, place one hand on your belly and I will know to respect your space. Let your shoulders get heavy. Let the back of your head get heavy. Let your feet get heavy. And move into your stillness. I'm gonna go around here. Yeah. Start to slowly wiggle your fingers. Maybe let your head rock gently side to side. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a big stretch, fingertips to toes. And then when you're ready, roll onto one side. Hang out there for a few breaths, letting your body adjust. Starting to move again. Take another big inhale. When you're ready, make your way into your comfortable seated position. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your torso. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. This is your life force, your energy moving around inside of you. Thank yourself for making the time to be here tonight. Thank your body for everything it does for you. And I thank you for allowing me to lead you through this practice. Namaste.
I'm doing thank you.